Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood therapist. Long time no see. I have not been going live or putting out much content in the past week and a half because my husband is home safe. Thank y'all to everybody who prayed, sent out positive energy, manifested anything y'all did. Thank y'all so much. And for those who don't know, I have a military spouse. My husband is active duty Army and he was on assignment overseas when all the Iran, Israel stuff popped off. So we weren't sure he was gonna come home. Y'all saw me crash out on one of my lives, but I'm good now because he is home safe. Now, I've also missed a lot. I've missed a lot of news, y'all. So I'm gonna just touch on real quick the things that are at the top of my head. Halle Bailey and DDG. Look, I need for people to really stop projecting how you would operate or how you heal onto someone else. So recently, some photos were leaked of Halle Bailey and this new gentleman. Now, the gentleman has been identified as a well known music producer who has produced for the likes of Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, and Baby King, and others. Great. Here's what though, there are too many people who feel like she's moving on too fast. She hasn't healed. You don't get to say if someone has healed or not. You don't know. You are basing that off of your own journey. Your healing journey is not someone else's. Healing is not linear, and healing is not a cookie cutter thing. It is very unique to each individual. Now, I understand that some people feel like, well, when you are in a domestic violence relationship, because it was, we do know and have proof that DDG did put hands on Halle. When you're in that relationship, it's too hard to trust someone and open up to someone new that easily. That woman has been vocal about getting the professional help that she needs. It has been over a year since they were in a relationship. And let's make something clear too about that. A lot of times, people have left the relationship long before they officially leave the relationship. You can be checked out long before you make it official. We ain't together no more. And that's likely what it was, if you ask me. But even still, they have officially not been together for over a year. There is nothing wrong with her moving on at this point. Not because he has, not because of anything else, just because it's okay if she has healed to the point where she can do it. It is not your journey. Also, Nelly and Ashanti. I don't know if y'all know, but they have a new reality show. Now, here's what some people are like. Why would they do a reality show? They just got married not too long ago. This is going to be tragic for their relationship. They should have never done this. These are already two celebrities. They've been famous for years. They are used to blogs and tabloids and people talking about them. They are used to that. So it's really not a big deal to me for them to do a reality show. But when you do a reality show, it opens you up to people's opinions of your situation, right? So this is the only thing I want to speak on because I'm like, it's weird what I'm hearing. Apparently, now I ain't watched it, just not interested, but it's been trending because apparently there was a clip, I guess, of Ashanti saying Nelly does not help with the baby. But going further with context, he told her he wasn't. He told her he does not change diapers. He does not do that. He does not deal with children until they are talking and he can understand them. He said he has nothing for the baby until then. But, and this is where everyone is getting hung up, it seems, he will pay for the nannies. And he's done that. She has nannies. She has her mama there. I think her sister. She has all kinds of help. The fact that people feel like that is justifiable because he is paying for nannies is beyond me. And then they are using the often used trope of, well, y'all don't understand because y'all not rich. Y'all not rich. Y'all don't know what it is to be rich. Here's what, I don't have to know what it is to be rich to know what it means to be a parent because I am a parent. I will never agree that anyone should not be a part of their child's life at all stages. And in this scenario, it seems that fathers get this pass to do exactly what Nelly is doing, especially if they can afford to. But mothers would never. If she said, well, you know what? Just let the nanny take care of the baby until he is talking, I'm going to be hands off as well. We have help. We have a nanny. We can afford a 24-hour nanny. Let them do it, and then we'll be parents. Y'all would lose your minds if she did that because she's the mother. But fathers get a pass to do that. Now, don't get me wrong, traditionally, this is often how fathers have operated throughout time. Child rearing is relegated to the mother for the first almost 5 years of life in a lot of cultures. Okay? That's just what it is. And that does not make it okay. Y'all constantly say it took two people to make that baby, especially when the subject of abortion comes up. Oh, y'all get adamant. Oh, the dad has no say in if you want to get rid of the baby, but the dad helped make the baby. How does that then differ once that child is here and now we need to parent? Oh, you get to be hands off, but we both created this child. I'm the only one that has to get up in the middle of the night to cries. See how that doesn't line up? But then you take women's autonomy and rights away and say they don't have the right to decide if they want to keep a child or not. This is why it doesn't make sense to me. I'm also not of the mindset that anyone else should be raising your child but you. That doesn't mean don't have help if you can. Help is wonderful. Me and my husband have a very big village. We always have. And this is why I say I can relate to the idea of help, rich or not. Rich means nannies. Help and village means family in my mind. My children have spent whole summers away from us. They've spent whole summers with their grandparents in Georgia and in New York. So we've always had significant support and help. But that does not mean that we did not parent. And see, me, if my husband had had Nelly's mindset, I probably wouldn't have 4 kids. I'm telling you that right now. Absolutely not. I will not be the only parent in the newborn and infancy stage. That's not fair. But here's the thing. I can't really feel too bad for Ashanti simply because he made her very aware that this is who he would be prior to. When you go into something knowingly, you get to feel how you feel. Your feelings are valid, but you knew. You were aware, hyper aware even. So here's what. She chose to spin the block for the love of her life. Wonderful. He loves her beyond compare, but he only loves her to the extent of her. That doesn't extend to a newborn baby just yet until that child can talk. So it's not much to say there, but I do just question people who say, well, they can afford nannies, so this is okay for him to do this. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not okay. It just works because he can afford nannies. That's why. This is a prime example of the often said statement that there are plenty of married women who are single mothers, because that's what's happening right now. Despite nannies and family help, she is raising that child on her own without the father, even though he's there. Now, last but not least, Sean Combs' trial has come to a close. He was found not guilty on the 2 major charges of racketeering and sex trafficking, and guilty on the 2 lesser charges of transportation of a person for the purpose of prostitution. Facing a maximum of 20 years, he likely will not get that. I'm not at all shocked because they could not prove racketeering and sex trafficking. That man is diabolical. I believe he is evil incarnate. Nothing's going to change that. I believe he is guilty of everything they were trying to charge him with. But at the end of the day, Jamie Foxx was in a movie, I think it was called Law Abiding Citizen, and he made a statement that I'll never forget. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. They couldn't prove racketeering and sex trafficking. That's it, and that's all. But on the flip, if it had not been for Cassie speaking up initially, he wouldn't be charged with the other 2 charges either. It took courage to do that, and honestly, I tip my hat to her because that's not easy. So, think what you want to think about it. I'm still a victim advocate. All these victims get to see him walk on this, basically. And that's what we tell victims and wonder why they don't come forward. On any note, that's all I got for right now. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of y'all day, and I will holler at y'all later.